Remember the story in the Bible? You have the Pharisee and the tax collector. Okay, can you see? The Pharisee and a tax collector. The tax collector. Who's a tax collector? Remember we learned who's a tax collector? Yeah, what he used to do, he used to collect all the tax, he used to cheat from people, take the money, keep in his pocket and use it for his purpose. So he used to steal so much of money from the people. They are called as tax collector. What about Pharisee? Who are Pharisees? They used to teach about the law to the people, like how do you teach about Bible? They are very good people. They're very nice people, right? So they are Pharisees who are very nice people who teach about word of God to others. And we have a tax collector who is a very bad man who steals and things and keep in his pocket. So this is a story of a Pharisee and a tax collector. Okay, can you see this gift box?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. It's a so beautiful gift box with blue color. And which color ribbon it is? Pink? Green color ribbon. Can you see? It's such a beautiful present and a gift. And it is so much of wrapped nicely with putting stickers, gum and ribbons. And it is so beautifully done. It's the same way as the Pharisee. Okay. A Pharisee is so much. He has so many things to tell to God. I did this, I did that, I am such a good man, I used to do things in the church, I teach people, I give tithes to all I have, I fast 2 times. So he has so much of nice things, same like this gift box, which is so beautifully wrapped. Same way, this Pharisee's is fully wrapped with beautiful things. And he's telling to God, God, see me, I am such a nice fellow. I am very good in everything. Whatever I do, you see all the list of things I'm doing. And I'm telling the people everything about the law. I'm giving, I'm fasting and praying for other children. I'm doing so many nice things. So this is what the Pharisee is about. They are telling, he has lot of things to tell to God about how good he is. Okay. Now, can you see this box? What is this box? Is it beautifully wrapped? No, it is broken up. Yeah, we are opening the box like this and it is broken. Sometimes when you want to open a present, what do? You tear like this and throw the gift wrap like this and open it and take the gift, right? See the box, it is so damaged and looking so ugly. We will throw, what such box do we keep it in the showcase? No. We keep it, we throw it in the waste basket, right? So same way, this box is so bad and it doesn't look good, nice. So same way is the tax collector. Right? People doesn't like him because why? He used to steal things and he used to steal the money and keep in his pocket. So nobody likes him. When a tax collector pass by itself, they will start talking about him badly. So he knows when he looks around, all the people are looking with bad eyes on his face. They know that this bad man is very bad. We don't like him. So he used to be very sad and he does so nobody likes him. This tax collector, just like this box, the box which we threw in the kachra, right? Same way, this Pharisee also is like a person who nobody likes. So this person, what he comes to the temple. So 2 people came to temple. Who are they? The Pharisee and the tax collector. What did the Pharisee do? He told about all the good things that he did. He was fasting. He gave the tithe to people. I am not like all these bad people over here. See, God, I'm such a nice person. I'm doing such a nice things, Lord. And he finished his prayer. Did he ask anything to God? Did he say, God, I need something? No, he didn't say anything. He just said that I'm such a nice person. And what about Pharisee? What about the tax collector? He couldn't even go near to the front place. He was standing in the back side because so many people are there. All the people will say bad about him. So he doesn't want to even go front. So he went back and he was standing there and he couldn't look up. He was just looking down like this and his head down and he was crying, God, please, I'm sorry for all the sins I have done and please be merciful unto me. And he was asking God for mercy. So his prayer, he didn't say anything about how bad he was or how good he was. He didn't say anything. He was telling all, he accepted that he was such a bad person and he was asking God for his mercy. Okay. He was standing in the distance and not worthy to come near God. And he was praying. So now sometimes, have you seen such boys in your school? Such girls and boys in your school who is very proud of everything? Have you seen such boys in your school? And they know, they will tell, oh, I know how to play basketball. I know I'm very good in playing basketball. Hey, I know how to play do art. I'm very good in that. What about you? You don't know anything. See how many toys are there in my house. My daddy buys a lot of toys in my house. I have everything. I have a big car. I have a big house. You see, I have a big mobile also, a big tab, or everything they used to say. You know, have you seen these boys? They are so proud of everything they have in their life. Okay, so what is proud? What is the meaning of proud? It is think that we are more important than other people around. Sometimes some children in the school, can you see? And there's so many children who are very poor. They don't know how to study properly. They'll get always less marks. And sometimes they don't have any proper things to study at home. Maybe no books, no pencils, and they'll be sitting in the backside quietly. And you can see some other children in the front who will be telling, oh, see that girl, don't talk to that girl, don't talk to that boy, such a bad boy. And such always we see in your class like such children, right? Who are very proud of their things, and they don't talk to some other children who are sitting there without anything. They're very there. Are you you have seen that in your class? Have you seen anybody like that in your class?
No.
Some children are very proud like that. So that we think that we are more important than people around us. But God, does God like that? If I say, oh God, I have car, I have mobile, I have this, I have that, I know how to do this, I'm very good in my art, I'm good in basketball, I got A plus in every my exam. Is God very proud? Oh, Auntie, you're very good, keep it up. Will God say like that? Is he proud of my all these things? No, God only gave me all these things, right? If I say, oh God, I have this and that, is God happy? No. And when the Pharisee came and told God, I did this, I fasted this, and did God say, oh, such a superman, very good? Did he say like that? No, because God only gave all the talents. Then God doesn't want you to be proud of your things, okay? What he always wants you to be humble. What is the meaning of humble? Humble doesn't mean that you think bad about myself. Oh, I don't know anything. I cannot do anything. I'm not good for anything. This is not called humbleness. That is called bad. It's not very, that feeling that you can't do anything. You're bad in anything. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. When you say that, that is not good. Why? God created you beautifully and wonderfully. So you cannot say that I'm so bad for anything. You cannot say, oh, I am bad for this and that. God made you so beautiful that you cannot say, oh, I'm not looking beautiful, I don't have things to study, I don't know how to study, I cannot, my brain is not working. eh? So you should ask God for all this. But what is humbleness? Humbleness means that you don't know anything. You have, even though you have everything, you need God for everything. I need God to do things. I want to study, I want to get A plus, but I need God's help. Baby, listen to me. I need God's help for everything. That is called humbleness. I don't know, I know how to play basketball very well, but when I'm playing, God, please help me that I may play properly for your glory. This is called humbleness. Okay. Humbleness doesn't say that, oh, I'll think bad about myself, but I have everything, but I need God for everything. That is called humbleness. So many times we do things for others to see, right? We want to get full marks, we want to do so many things. Why? We want other people to say, oh, very super, very nice, that's nice. Oh, you look very this thing, super. This is what we always wanted to tell, show other people that you have everything. So that is why you do. So what, when other people say so many nice things about you, you want to do many more and more and more. You would be never satisfied. You want to keep on showing people that you are doing good things. Today you will do something, tomorrow you're saying, oh, what I will show that people, that the people will be praising me. Again, you will do something. So every day you need to do so many things to for getting praises of the people. You will be never satisfied. Okay. So many times we do for others to see. So if you're doing for others to think and do, we will never be satisfied. Always we'll be worrying, oh, what I should do tomorrow, what I will make them happy, I'll make them to tell praise about me. So what we should do, we should be concerned about what other people are thinking. Let them say anything. People will keep on telling things. Whatever you do, people will keep on telling. If you do nice things also, they'll say bad things about you. So let other people say anything about you, but always think what God wants you to, what God thinks about it. That is what we should do. Okay. So no matter how hard we try to be perfect, we'll always be making small mistakes in our life. We want to do it. This last time Auntie was telling you should have a change in your heart. You should be a good girl. And sometimes you make small sins and all, but what you should do, come to God for forgiveness. Okay. So now, can you see this present, the beautiful present? Pharisees, he thinks that, okay, Pharisees, it is a very beautiful present. Like he thinks that if he do good things, it will take him to heaven. Now this box is fully covered. Can you see it is fully covered and it is with a ribbon and it is fully closed. Imagine I want to put some sweets inside it. Can I put the sweets inside this box? This blue color box, can I put? No, because it is fully closed. I cannot put. I'm trying to put inside. Will it go? No, it is fully closed. So what about the open box, the brown box? If I put the sweets inside, will it fall inside? Yes. Okay. So the same way, the Pharisees, he was not open to God. He was fully closed like that, like a box. He didn't want to open himself to God. He didn't show his heart to God. He's only showing what all outside, what all he did that he wanted. He is fully closed. So what God, he couldn't pour his love, he couldn't pour his forgiveness into the Pharisee because he was fully closed like that closed box. But what about the tax collector? His box was open and God was able, his heart was open and God was able to put all his love and forgiveness inside the box, and so God accepted his forgiveness. Okay, so this is what we should be always open to God. Don't think that, okay, if I do this, if I do so many nice things, all the good things that I do is nothing in the good in sight of God. God sees what? Can you see a heart there? God sees our heart. How our heart is, whether it's nice, whether it asks forgiveness, whether it is humble. Remember the one day I showed a boy with a heart and so many things. Remember that? Yes, you should be humble. You should ask God for forgiveness. That heart God likes. So whatever you do good things outside, that is normally which God has given you talents. You should use it. But God doesn't say, oh, such a super boy, super girl, you did very good job. No, he always looks at your heart. Okay. So whenever you pray, can you see these three words, J-O-Y? What's the spelling of joy? J-O-Y. So yes, joy's name. So what is the joy? First, how you pray? First, you put Jesus in the first. First, you thank and praise Jesus. Thank Jesus. Thank you so much for everything you've done in our. You are a big and great God. That is for joy. J for Jesus. O. What is O? O for others. You should pray for others. Next, you should pray for others. All your family members, all the church members, those who are sick, those who don't feel well, those who need help, all you should pray for them. And then why? Why is for yourself. That is me. Then lastly, I pray about myself. So there are three things, J-O-Y. So first is Jesus in the first, O in the for others, and Y for yourself. Okay. So God did not look at Pharisee and said, wow, such a good job. So this very good. God always sees our heart. We are all sinners. We always do bad things. So what we should do, ask God, God, please, for every day, every night. I told you, no, you can, every day you can talk to God. Simply you can talk. Just when you're sitting now, it's like, oh God, Jesus, I am listening to the story. Help me to understand. Keep on talking to Jesus as your friend. Okay. So this is how God, that time God be so happy. Oh, this boy, this girl is talking to me. And then he will also keep talking to you. And he will also answer your prayers fast because he's so happy that you're such a nice person who's talking to him always. Can you see, tell somebody who's a friend of God in the Bible? Yes, Abraham was there. Then Moses, did he talk to God? Yes. God used to tell him everything, right? So how he used to talk everything. Even the people used to complain, he said, God, listen to all the people's complaint. They always, everything he go and tell to God everything. So, okay, same way, you should go to God and God will say us, well, you are my friend. He can tell you one day that you are my friend and he will be very happy. Okay, understood the story?